Let me try to do this one more time. Basically, I ran into some trans men who specifically will say that they have penises, even though they have not had phalloplasty. So let's react to this video. He's specifically trying to explain why he doesn't want to say that he doesn't have a penis, basically.
Everybody, it is me. Before I would like to say I will be using some words that might trigger some people's dysphoria. The reason why I have to use this word is because I want to make sure that people understand the parts and the genital area that I'm talking about, so that there is no confusion, so that there are no questions like, wait, did you mean that? I was debating this for a long time. Should I use like code words or like different names for things? But I really want to make sure that everyone's on the same page. So if I just
So that's what I mean. It's so bad that these people can't even admit what the actual parts are. And he has to put a trigger warning for transgender people so then they can log off and not hear about how they have clitorises. Oh my god.
trigger you, I'm so sorry. That's like the least thing that I want to do is to trigger your dysphoria. However, if you feel like this video is too hard to watch and you really want to know information about this, you just let me know and I can try to make this video again using code words, but like telling you what the words mean at least once so that you know what I'm talking about. Let's go to it. So today the question I'm answering is, you gonna grow a penis? Why am I even talking about this? Well, this question is asked by cis people here and there and everywhere, all right? And it's not just the cis, okay? We get some trans people who are curious if they're going to grow a penis when they transition or when they start testosterone. So I'm here to answer that question based on my own experiences and being in the community for a while and things that are factual. But yeah, so we'll talk about that. So I can't tell you how many times I've been asked this question, honestly. Like I can't even count because it's been so many times. So I will let you know that a lot of people will ask, do you have a penis? Or what does your penis look like? Or do you grow a dick when you go on testosterone? And now I'm not gearing this video towards only trans men, trans guys, or trans masc individuals. It's really just people who are taking testosterone. So even if you identify as like non-binary or something like that, that's completely fine. You're in this as well, because I'm just talking about a person with a body similar to mine that has taken testosterone and what happens to your body. So what usually happens when somebody goes on testosterone is that their clitoris grows, and that becomes your little basically. So when people are like, you're going to grow a penis, you can literally just slap them in the face and say, yeah, I do. I mean, don't slap them in the face, but like, you know, with knowledge, slap them with knowledge. Like, yeah, I do. I grew a dick. Because technically...
So first off, one thing is, obviously that's not knowledge. When you're literally trying to get rid of the scientific version of what a clitoris is when it's enlarged, which is clitoromegaly. So if we're actually talking about scientific knowledge on biology and so forth, yeah, you're actually slapping them with ignorance. It's more of what you're saying there. And obviously you don't grow a penis just because your clitoris got bigger. But maybe, you know, if I was trying to root for this person, what I would say is, maybe they do grow a whole bunch. Let's hear them out.
The clitoris becomes your mini dick. And like me, I don't call it my clitoris or my clit or like my penis or anything like that. No, I call it my peen. Because to me, that word is just, it's easier for me and it makes me feel more comfortable. And I could say dick sometimes. The word penis to me, for me personally, for my own body, would only be after I have phalloplasty. I don't know why, that's how my brain is connected.
So you cannot say that as a clitoris because you take testosterone and it got a little bigger. You do know that women are always growing their clitorises longer as they age until you're like 60. So are you trying to say that a woman at 60 is growing a penis? A dick? Really, literally. Are you really saying that somebody who's a grown woman, is growing a dick because her clitoris got larger than when she was a child.
Things, but for right now, my peen, which is my clitoris that has grown because of testosterone, is just called my peen. So how much does it grow? All right. So for some people, unfortunately, it doesn't grow at all, and that can happen. Remember, everybody is different. Everybody has different experiences in their lives. Everybody has a different physical body. Everyone responds differently physically to different things in their life. So somebody who can, for example, this might not be a great example, but some people can handle penicillin to help cure an infection. Some people are allergic to penicillin. So people's bodies are not the same and they don't react the same to things. So some people who take testosterone won't have any growth at all. And that can be sad for some people. Some people will be happy about that. Some people are super indifferent. They're like, I don't really care. All I wanted was blah, blah, blah. Unfortunately, we can't pick and choose the things that testosterone will do to our bodies, because that would be great, because I think that most of us would be like, I don't want to lose my hair. I think that would probably be one of the biggest things. And then there's on the other side, some people will grow a lot. And the average growth, from what I've seen online, is honestly like 3 centimeters. But I can't give you that number for sure. And the reason why is because I've known so many people throughout my transition online who have told me their growth. And these numbers that we're getting, the 3 centimeters, are coming from people who prescribe the medicine. So it's like the doctors, the endocrinologists. But I feel like there's not actual real data based on this. So it'd be cool to actually do a research, but then people would have to measure their, I don't know. It's kind of strange to think about, but I feel like we need to keep that number in mind, that might just be a middle number, that some people might grow more, some people might grow less. And I also want you to keep in mind that before some people start testosterone, their clitoris is actually bigger than other people's. Some people it's more tucked in, some people it's more out. Everybody's body is different, right? Especially in that region. So
and that's the whole point. You literally tried to say that it's a penis. And then you said, oh, all it grows is on average 3 centimeters. Well, 3 centimeters isn't going to make you have a penis. The average clitoris, on average, is about 1.5 centimeters. 4.5 centimeters isn't even considered clitoral megaly all the time. Mine, it's a little over 4 centimeters. Sometimes people don't even, sometimes you won't even notice if that's even clitoral megaly, for that matter. So, even on an enlarged clitoris, an enlarged clitoris would be around 7 centimeters. And this is flaccid, by the way. I don't know if this person is talking about when you're hard. Because when you're hard, I would think it would be even bigger than that. But no one really measures the clitoris at that size. It would be pretty hard to do anyway, because usually the way it works, well, I don't know. Some people are different, actually. Some people actually do focus on their size of their clitoris. It depends on the person. I guess I was a little too centered around my own personal life, but yeah, anyway, continue.
Something to keep in mind as well. So technically, by answering this question, yes, you do grow a penis. Now, how much does it grow is different by everybody. So I will give my example, because I'm not embarrassed or shy or whatever about this, because this is stuff I love to talk about and educate people. I'm going to say I actually have pictures from a long time ago that I took when I started transitioning, because I wanted to see the growth process. So I would say that my peen was maybe like this before I started to transition, maybe, and then now it's probably like this. So I would say that it grew 3 times. Would that be 1, 2, 3? I don't really know fractions or math or anything like that. Listen, I have a degree in sociology. I have a master's in sociology. Do you have to do math? Nope. So that's why. Let's just say 3 times more than my original size. Now, I have seen some sizes that I was impressed. I was like, whoa, that person has not had bottom surgery. That's crazy. They literally this big. And that's just from the growth of their clitoris onto.
So, back to what I was saying. Now, you're saying a large clitoris is a penis. Now, what do you do when you encounter a woman with a clitoris that size, or maybe even larger? Because you just said the size you gave, it seemed like it was maybe an inch or a little over an inch. basically. There are plenty of women who have clitorises that are larger than that. So, if that's the case, if you were with a woman and you're saying you have a peen, and you said you had a peen before you even took testosterone, how does this make any sense to you? Like, literally. How is it freaking making any sense here? You're literally saying that before I took testosterone, my peen was, okay, then every chick's got a fucking peen at this point. Okay? Obviously, because you literally said you had a peen before testosterone. You said you had a peen after testosterone. You think that supposedly if you will grow a penis, basically, with 3 centimeters. The average, like I said, clitoris is about 1 to 2 centimeters. But the larger clitorises can be as large as your thumb, which is around 7 centimeters. So, if that's the case, then obviously you're not going to get anywhere near 7 centimeters. And if you do get to 7 centimeters, well, you're still at the large end of the size of a clitoris. So then how are you saying that you have a peen and other women, they have clitorises? Does this make sense? You were trying to go with the size. Oh, it was bigger than what you were used to. This was bigger than what you were used to, sweetie. That's it. It doesn't really actually mean that it was actually specifically larger than what a clitoris is. A clitoris ranges in size. It's not just, clitorises don't specifically only look like yours pre-testosterone. So you can't even say that. That's my issue with these kind of people. It's like this is just one microcosm of how they try and say, oh, this is the specific thing that I'm going to call female, right? And then I'm going to say everything else in variation is not female. This is why you're transitioning. That's why you pump testosterone in your veins, honestly. It's because you think this is a specific type of female, and that's the only type that can be a female. Everything else as a variation must be something like a man. And so then you think you're so different from the archetype of a female, specifically. Even down to the genitals, you think there's only one size for a clitoris. You can only be like 1 centimeter, apparently. Yeah, the size you gave, like 2 centimeters long. And then anyone who is a variation of that must have a penis. If you have 3 centimeters of a clitoris, I guess you have a penis now. Because apparently, if you grow 3 centimeters, then you have a penis. So all the women out here who have a clitoris larger than 3 centimeters have just been told that they have a penis. And it's so weird, because it's like when you come with actual evidence and information, you would already know there's a scientific term to this. It's called clitoromegaly. So when you have clitoromegaly, it's still called a clitoris. Clitoro. It's not a penis. It's not a micropene. It's a clitoris. The micropene is not clitoromegaly, okay? A micropene is a micropene. It's a micropenis. Clitoromegaly is just an enlarged clitoris. It looks very similar, honestly, to a regular, clitoris. It's, really small and tiny. The only difference is they tend to look flatter. But there's plenty of women who, to me, I've seen FTM trans men nude. I've seen them because I specifically was watching a stream of that one trans man, and they were specifically saying everybody's seen them nude or something, so I looked it up. And they, trans men, like I said, look the same as females do. I mean, have you looked at, if I've been watching porn since I was 11, so I've literally watched females do stuff, but mainly watch men. But you sometimes come across females and they do look like that. I don't understand why you're trying to say that they always look small and nothing is specifically there. There are some females that have clitorises way bigger than 3 centimeters. Like, there are plenty of women who have 6 centimeters, and some people even have a little larger than that. So, I mean, like, it's kind of odd that you're saying, like, that it's got to be specifically 1 or 2 centimeters, basically. And if you have 3 centimeters or larger, you've got a penis, basically. 3 centimeters is not going to make you have a penis, because 3 centimeters, there is no 3 centimeter penis, one. And I mean, like, even if it was a 3 centimeter penis, if that really existed, especially hard, the configuration of the genitalia would not be that of a vagina. So obviously it's not, that's not a penis. I'm sorry. It's not saying that you can't try to get phalloplasty. You can get phalloplasty. I'm not talking against that on here. I mean, I've seen so many complications. To some people, it's not worth it. To some people, it is. It's your body. It's your choice. It's your life. But, I mean, let's be honest. If you can't admit that you have a body part that you actually have, that being your clitoris, and you're trying to pretend with yourself that the clitoris is a penis, this is very offensive to women who actually have clitoris is the same size as your clitoris, naturally. So I kind of find it really annoying and insulting that these people keep trying to stereotype women. You stereotype how women are supposed to behave, act, be, think. Now you're trying to stereotype how longer clitorises can be. Like, this is just crazy. And, like, medically, this is backed up by, doctors. They specifically say that there's such a thing as clitoromegaly. And to have clitoromegaly, you have to have a clitoris over 4 centimeters. So, I mean, like, even 3 centimeters, if your clitoris is 3 centimeters, some people, I mean, many of the time, people don't even consider that clitoromegaly. So, I mean, 3 centimeters is definitely not going to give you a penis. It might not even make your clitoris actually in the same range as someone who has clitoromegaly. Many of us would be bigger than you still, or around the same size. So, to me, it's just so weird why you would talk about this and act like that yes, you do grow a penis. You do understand what you're saying about women. You're stigmatizing women who have clitorises that are larger. How would that be if you actually came across a woman and you were having sex with a woman who had a clitoris bigger than yours? What are you going to do? You're saying you have a penis. What does she have now? Are you saying she has a penis bigger than yours? Yeah, you don't make any sense here.
Testosterone. And that's amazing what your bodies can do. And I've definitely seen some people who are able to penetrate with their peen, and I'm just going to call it peen right now because when I'm doing a sexual act, that's what I call it. Makes me more comfortable. I can definitely penetrate. It's just like, you just gotta put legs up a lot, and you gotta do a lot of like laughing and like maneuvering and stuff like that. So really get a partner that you can laugh with, and like you can like, oh, it's not working, wait, and you could just have fun with, because it is really fun when you're able to explore that part, if you want to do that. So I've been able to do that, and it's been really fun and very...
I think that's called tripping, isn't it? What you're describing there about inserting, I think females have always done that with other females. It's called tripping when another female does that to another female. I don't think that's a shock. I think everyone knows you could do that with your clitoris. I always knew I could do that with my clitoris. Not like I want to. I wouldn't want my vagina in there or my clitoris in there. For me, it's weird though. This is one weird thing about me. When I was a kid, I actually thought that my clitoris was my vagina because I couldn't see my vagina. But that was when I was like really young, because they say, like, my mother would always tell me my, like, the right parts. Some people don't tell their kids those names, but I was taught that, and I always was like, oh, so I guess that is. Then I realized, oh, I was actually But anyway, that was a whole different story. But anyway, yeah, that would be really gross to me, personally, because I'm not really into women like that. But everyone knows you can do that. It's tripping. I mean, people do tripping and stuff like that. So anyway, continue.
Very like rewarding and affirming in my body. And just to like go back to, because I said something about surgery, you can get surgery. There are two main types of bottom surgery for transmasculine individuals. There's metoidioplasty and phalloplasty. I've made videos about both of these. Please look at the description below because I'll put the links there. But just to give you like a really short answer, metoidioplasty is when you have the clitoris that is grown because of testosterone, which is what we're talking about today. So it's your mini dick, and then you cut the ligaments underneath so it releases it. So that's just a regular clitoral release, and that's metoidioplasty. Now you can have more things done, like your urethra lengthening. So you reroute the urethra to come out of the tip of the clitoris, and then the lips will become your testicles, and then you can also I'm really simplifying it for you, but you can also like you can sew up the hole so that's what it looks like. And some people's metoidioplasty is like this big. Some people's metoidioplasty is this big. I've seen this big, which is really great. It all really depends on your size. But please, for more information, look down there. Look down there. Phalloplasty is they take a skin graft, usually from your arm or your leg, and they create a phallus with that. But that's a very complicated surgery, and I could go into that. But in terms of your clitoris and what they do with it, you can either leave it out underneath so that it's still there, or you can put it and bury it inside the phallus so that the nerves, and you can like connect the nerves all the way up to the, it's just different surgeons do different things, so I can't give you like a, but that's the most average thing that usually happens. But again, watch those videos. So, long story short, are you gonna grow a penis?
So, starting off with that, I think if you want a penis, or something like a penis, what you should be doing is getting the surgery instead of deluding yourself and pretending that your body parts are penises when they're not. Okay? Like, you could pretend your fingers are penises. It's not going to make them penises, okay? You pretending your clitoris is a penis is not factually true. You don't have a penis, If, like I said, the other thing is it doesn't look like a penis. The reason I know it doesn't look like a penis is because, let's be honest here, if women have what you have naturally, and women have, men have been with women many of the time, and, if you talk to men, many of them will tell you that they've been with women who have very large clitorises that might be up to 6 centimeters or longer, and some that they couldn't even find. None of them ever look like their penises. Like, men have penises, so they can compare. And none of these clitorises look like their penis. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, like, in many different experiences, you can find that women, regardless of our clitoris size, we pretty much look pretty similar down there. And if you, as a trans man, anyone has seen trans men, many of the time you could see that they tend to have it where they look the same, basically, as, other women. It is just what it is, when it comes to their genitalia. So, to me, it's like, there's no need to lie about this. I mean, it is what it is. You have the same genitalia and appearance to other female people because you were born female. And that's another thing. Like, you couldn't even admit, like, that your body is female because, it is female. That's why you take testosterone. But, it is what it is. One other thing I wanted to say was, with the surgeries, I mean, those are made for you to feel a little bit better about your dysphoria on your genitalia, right? Phalloplasty is for that. So, I mean, like, if you want to try and change your genitalia, that would be the route to go to change your genitalia. Of course, there are so many complications to changing your genitalia, especially when people try to get phalloplasty. It's crazy. And I think people should look that up before they actually make a decision because, does the consequence outweigh the outcome, or does the outcome outweigh the consequence. That's up for you to decide for your body, but it's just like, don't include other people in on this. Just because you're not happy with the fact that you don't have a penis does not mean you get to go around saying that women who have larger clitorises have penises. That's just shaming women who have larger clitorises. You are body shaming women at this point. You are basically stereotyping and generalizing women's bodies. And it's interesting to me because I'm like, are you with women? Specifically, it seems like you are. But if you are with women, then haven't you seen women who have bigger clitorises? And so if you know that women have bigger clitorises, and they have much bigger clitorises than what you have demonstrated what you have, then how are you saying that they have a clitoris and you have a peen? You know it's the same thing. So why are you lying to us? That's just what the thing is. It's like, you don't need to lie to yourself. Be open with yourself. And if you're struggling, figure out how to handle it. However way. Go to therapy, try and accept yourself, have body positivity, body acceptance, or, you need to get surgery or whatever, and you want to do that to yourself and you want to do that to your body, that's your choice. But lying and saying that a body part that is a clitoris is a penis is factually untrue, and there's no point in trying to lie about these kinds of things. This is basically just making you seem like you are, not willing to admit the truth, and you can't even acknowledge your body parts for what they are because you're so triggered by your body. And if you're so triggered, it's something that you need to deal with, not pretend that your clitoris is a penis. So that's all I have to say in this video. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe and comment down below. Have a great day. Bye, guys.